Hey everybody, I'm going to be showing you today how to determine whether a function like this is even, odd, or neither. Now, there are some fundamental rules you're going to have to know, which are a function is even if f of negative x is equal to f of x. A function is odd if f of negative x is equal to negative f of x. Even functions are symmetrical to the y-axis, odd functions are symmetrical to the origin. Now let's just start with some problems and maybe that will give you a clear understanding of what it means. Now whatever it is, you're always going to, in a problem like this, whether you end up with even, odd, or neither, when approaching it you're going to have to substitute x with negative x. So right here, x right here is going to be a negative x, and everything's normal. The negative right there, you keep it n cubed. Over 3, instead of having x squared, it's going to be negative x squared minus 9. And then the outcome is going to determine whether it's one of these. So negative x cubed is negative x cubed, and then when we have a negative here along with the negative x cubed, you're going to end up with positive x cubed over, and a negative x squared is x squared, so 3x squared minus 9. Okay, so as we compare our outcome with our initial, right here we have we have a difference, and right here it's on the bottom it's the same. Now the answer to this is odd, and the reason why is because as I showed you in one of the rules, if a function is odd, that means f of negative x is equal to negative f of x. So this is our f of negative x, and that's our f of x. But it's odd because this right here, this f of negative x is equal to negative f of x, because here's our problem right here. If you think of it as a negative f of x, that means you're going to have a negative right here and distribute it, or multiply it. So when you're going to multiply, you just multiply by either numerator or the denominator. And if you do so, you don't multiply top and bottom. You pick one. So we're just going to pick the top. Negative 1 times negative x3 is positive x3, and the bottom is the same, making it odd. A different problem would be if f of x was equal to x cubed minus 5. X cubed minus 5 here, f of negative x is going to be negative x cubed minus 5. Negative x cubed is negative x cubed, and then we have minus 5 right here. Now this is neither because first of all, it's not the same. Our outcome is not the same. It would have been even. And if it was odd, that means you're going to have a negative 1 right here and multiply it out. And then you would have negative x cubed plus 5. In this case, negative x cubed minus 5. And so that's how it is. An easy example of f of x or an easy example, I should have said, when our outcome is even, is let's say f of x was x cubed. So then f of negative x is negative x squared, which is equal to x squared. And now f of x is equal to f of negative x. X squared and x squared are the same. That's when our function is even.